She wore black when she handed me the divorce papers. Not because she was grieving, though the ink hadn't even dried on her father's death certificate, but because it looked good with her smirk. 3 days. That's how long it took her. 3 days after I held her while she cried beside the casket. After I paid for the suit her father was buried in. After I gave the eulogy she was too shaken to deliver. Or maybe that was an act, too. 3 days later, she dropped a manila envelope on the kitchen table and said, "You'll be hearing from my lawyer." No explanation. No apology. Just cold silence and the clink of her heels fading down the hallway. We were married 8 years. Met when I was just a broke construction foreman building her father's vacation home. She was rich, polished, bored. I was ambitious, naive, in love. I built a life for her, poured my sweat into the foundation of her father's business, turned his failing firm into a thriving empire, and managed his chaotic books when no one else could. They used to say I was the son he never had. She used to call me her rock. I believed them. God help me, I believed every word. But love doesn't vanish. It rots. She stopped touching me 2 winters ago. Stopped looking me in the eye last spring. Started taking solo trips to Dubai, Bali, Monaco, always conveniently timed with major deadlines or board meetings. I knew, you always know, it's in the way she closes her phone just a second too fast. The sudden obsession with passwords. The way her friends glance at you like they pity you. She never admitted it, not in words. Cheaters rarely do. But her perfume came home smelling like foreign air and hotel rooms I'd never seen. I stayed silent. I watched. The breaking point wasn't the divorce itself. It was how calm she was when she served it. Like I was an inconvenience. Like a receipt lost in the bottom of her handbag. Something she meant to throw away long ago. I didn't argue. Didn't cry. I just nodded and watched her leave. Then I turned off the lights and started planning. Her father's who had been sitting in my safe for over a year. He didn't trust many people. Certainly not his daughter. I was the executor. I helped him draft it. I watched him handwrite amendments after her 3rd scandal in Ibiza. He called her reckless, entitled, unfit to manage legacy assets. He never told her what he changed. But I knew. She thought the company, the properties, the patents, the shares, they'd all be hers. She was wrong. I played along. Told her lawyer I'd sign anything. Claimed I just wanted peace. Let them think I was a heartbroken, defeated husband walking away with scraps from the empire I helped build. She gloated. Changed the locks. Told her friends I was unstable. What she didn't know was that I had already transferred the controlling shares, legally and cleanly, to a trust under my name, 6 months before the funeral, with her father's signature in front of 2 attorneys. What she didn't know was the penthouse was mine, purchased before the marriage, protected from community property laws. What she didn't remember was that ironclad prenup her father had insisted on, the one with a fidelity clause. One proven affair, and she got nothing. The court day came. She wore white. How poetic. Smiled like she'd already won. Even gave the judge a sympathetic glance. Her lawyer spoke about irreconcilable differences. Asked for half. Brought up my erratic behavior since the funeral. Then the judge turned to me. Any last words before we proceed? I stood, reached into my briefcase, pulled out an envelope, thick, sealed, older than the marriage. Just one thing, Your Honor. I handed him the will. You should have seen her face when the judge started reading, when he hit the line. In the event of my death, I leave full control of my estate businesses and assets to my son-in-law, Michael Rodas, whom I trust beyond blood. She blinked like the floor had vanished beneath her. Her lawyer stammered, asked for a recess. The judge ignored him and kept reading. Then I added the folder. Photographs, hotel surveillance, credit card statements, a signed affidavit from the man she'd been visiting. The prenup clause triggered. She got nothing. Not the company. Not the condo. Not even the car, technically leased through the business she no longer owned. She didn't cry. Didn't scream. Just sat there silent. Shattered. And me? I felt nothing. Not joy. Not anger. Just stillness. Like walking out a storm into an empty house. The judge adjourned. I packed my documents. Walked past her without a glance. "You planned this," she whispered. I paused, turned just enough for her to see my eyes. "No," I said. "You did. The moment you handed me those papers." And I left. People say revenge is sweet. It's not. It's clean. Like the final click of a locked door. Like the quiet after glass breaks. I don't celebrate. I don't date. I work. I build. I live in the silence she gave me. And sometimes, just sometimes, I still hear her heels echoing down the hallway. But when I turn, there's nothing. Just peace.